If we could live in this moment and just hold it.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am the Lady of the Throne, where God dwells within me as me, and I am here with your weekly guidance, and this is for the week of October 20th through the 26th. Weekly guidance, weekly horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. These are broken down by element, so I will start with fire, and then there will be separate videos for earth, air, and water. You may need to fast forward to your zodiac sign by element. I'm going to start with the sign of Aries, and I'll end with Pisces. So you may need to, just listen for when your sign comes up. I will not be posting any timestamps, but if you are listening and you would like to help me out a little bit and post some timestamps, that would be awesome. All right. So let's go ahead and get right in. Air signs, October 20th through the 26th, air signs. Okay, so overall for the air signs, this week right here is about some type of karma or karmic past or past life issues. Something already happened, and there's a lot of lessons around it, and you may feel like your life is always some type of quarrelsome energies around you, but these same things are here to build a complete character within you. It's like you guys are being worked on the hardest. You're the biggest type of challenge for God, I feel. Out of all the zodiac signs, you have air signs who are the hardest ones for God to work with. And I'll tell you why. It's because you are air. You are air. Just imagine how hard it is to grasp air. Think about that. Substance. You can't hold it. See, all the other elements are pretty solid. They stand on business. They stand on, they can stand on their own, that type of thing. All the other signs, fire signs, water signs, earth signs, there is some type of stability, some type of form, some type of structure that is there. But with air signs, it's hard to grasp. Which means that when God is trying to get certain things through, it is so hard to do with air signs. I kid you not, I tell you no lie. Because God is the entire universe, including air, right? But you're the hardest to grasp. because you guys are not a solid thing. You guys are not solid. You're just not. You are more free. You're more free flowing, and you just really never know where the wind blows. And that's how God feels. Just never know what you guys are going to do next. It's always a surprise. It's always a mystery. And so there's always, always, always going to be a lot of karma for air signs, because your every incarnation is always going to be about learning what not to do again and again and again until you finally get it right. So that means facing your shadow self is going to happen a lot. And this is one of those weeks where, you just have to see something become unmasked within yourself in order for you to finally face it and then surrender to God. It's like you guys are in a constant state of surrender, because there's so many demons that you fight with inside of yourself that it's so hard for God to cleanse them from you. And so it's really, really hard to do it. It's not impossible. I know I can do it. It's not impossible, but it's hard. So it's like facing this darkness is something that you guys have to do, because God is still trying to help you, still trying to pull you up to a higher vibration, right? Never giving up on you. Because if you have a strong faith in God, then God doesn't give up, and God will forgive you, So the forgiveness is there, but it's about, okay, when is the lesson going to be finally received? And then something always happens, some type of karma always hits you, because you still won't budge. It's like God is constantly showing you something. But the thing about an air sign is that you guys will totally disregard that this is a lesson that is in its purest form from God. And you'll still act like it's not from God, which is unbelievable. The only thing unbelievable about me is you not believing. You guys, it's so hard to get air signs. It's not impossible, but it is, right? So just remember that this week. Just remember that, and how things, have been playing out. Just remember that about this week, because it is something about God is trying to help you fight off these. God is trying to help you fight, right? Helping you fight off the demons that's constantly coming to try to, get to attack you and things like that. Like God's got heavy burdens. God's got a lot going on, but has time for everybody in the world, as long as you believe. That's all God is saying, is like, be able to realize the difference between your ego sending praises up to a God that you don't know for real, versus you actually seeing that the certain things that are happening is a lesson that's coming directly to you from God. All right, Gemini. So let's get to you guys. For Geminis, how this plays out for you this week has a lot to do with exactly that. Ego and fame, ego and popularity. So if you are a popular or a famous Gemini, or you are popular on social media, an influencer, or you're just popular amongst your city, or you're the one in the family that everybody gravitates toward, or something like that, then there's going to be some type of thing you have to face this week in regards to the position that you're in and the type of mindset that you've created in that position. You know, like being in the position you're in has created a certain type of ego. Being in the spotlight, the way that you show your strength, the way that you create conflict just because you're in this position is what has been hard for God to really show you what's going on. Like trying to show you that the reason why you're fighting a lot of demons is because of the position you're in. Like you never thought about that? Like Gemini, you never thought about that? Like you never thought about the reason why you have to go through so many things? You have to fight, or you have to you're battling a lot of demons on the inside or the outside or whatever, is because of what type of work environment you're in. You never considered your job. You never considered your actual career. Because what I'm getting is that it's because it's your career. See, like it has nothing to do with anything else except where you're at right now. And a lot of you could be blaming it on many different things but the job. But did you know that the people at your job, or maybe the people you are around, are the reason why you have failed at doing something that you should have done for God, and now there's like a karmic thing that's happening in your life right now as a result of what you did to God. And you may not even think you did it to God. You may just feel like, oh, I just did it to this one person. Oh, I just made this one person feel like that. Or I just turned my back or let go of this one person. Or I just said something bad about this one person. But what if God was inside of that person's vessel when you did it? See, it's hard for God to grasp air signs because you guys don't like to hear the truth. But when it comes to speaking the truth, you're very great at it because you guys are strong and big about communication, especially Geminis. You guys are really, really big on communication. So you know how to give it, but you can't take it. So the thing is, the people you're around in your work environment, especially if you're in the spotlight, the type of work that you do, more than the people around you, is really about the type of work that you do. There is a demonic side to the type of work that you do. There's like a demonic energy moving through your workplace. And you could feel it, and like it's like you know it's there, but you have not made that the blame yet for what you're experiencing. You have not made that the reason why something else is happening. See, that's what people don't realize about God. See, people think that, okay, if I do something wrong, let me use an example. If I hurt an earth angel, then the way God is going to punish me is God is going to take away an earth angel from me. But if God didn't take away an earth angel from me, then I'm not getting in trouble for it. If God didn't do the same thing that I did to an earth angel, then I'm off the hook. Nothing bad is going to happen to me. Wrong. God may not take an earth angel from you. Something else can happen. Something else can go down that you are not able to, you don't have the spiritual eyes to see the connection between everything that's going on. See, people look for the exact same thing to happen to them according to the exact thing that they did in a wrongful situation. But that's not how God works. God is a God of mystery. So, which means that it may not happen exactly how whatever you put out may not come back the same way. But it will come back. So it's like that. Don't expect predictability with God. So you just have to think about something that has to do with the position you're in. Popularity, fame, or you are a celebrity, or maybe you travel a lot for work or something like that, or your job is constantly changing. Maybe you have a career that involves a lot of changes. Something is a bad thing for you because of who you are. Your status, who you are, is why you're facing demons. Maybe you're having problems in a marriage, or you had a divorce, or you had or you're dealing with a lot of negative energy right now, or it's like something that is happening, and I'm telling you, it's because of your job, because of the title you have. Even if it's not like the job itself, it's just the role you have in the job. That's the problem. All right. So that's it for Gemini. Libra. So for Libra, this week right here, how this relates to you guys has a lot to do with, a lot of lessons. This week you're going to be, Libras are a little bit different than the other air signs. This message is more about Libras actually learning from the situations that they have been through. Libras are on a totally other different type of level than the other air signs when it comes to this type of karmic thing that's happening from the past, your past life. You're learning from it, and you're learning on a much higher level. Like, your lessons are actually being learned. You're able to create life philosophies based off of the things that you're experiencing right now, and things that you have just wrapped up that you've experienced. You're going to be able to free yourself in this lifetime because you're able to see what's going on and fix it. You're really good about fixing things and finding that balance that you need. This is really good because I think it's good for you this week, Libra, because your polar opposite sign, Aries, just had a full moon on the 17th of this month. So that's a good thing, because with your polar opposite sign having a full moon, that gives an advantage to you when it comes to finding the balance that you need, because only in Aries energy can a Libra find balance. You ever thought about that? A Libra can't necessarily find balance on their own, because you do need the proper leadership to do it. And although some of you may be leaders in your own arenas, you need a spiritual leadership to help you find it. And I think in this specific season, there is something about you actually being on a other level, on a higher level, and seeing the karma coming back from your past, and all these demons are trying to bring up things that you went through in your past, or who you used to be, or what you used to say, or what you used to do in your past. They just keep trying to attack you, right? Well, you're facing it. And the only way you can face it the way you've been facing it is with the strength of an Aries. That Aries full moon is really giving you the strength and the type of proper leadership that you need to go at these things and deal with it. So this is a very powerful and strong thing that's happening. Now moving on to Aquarius. So Aquarius this week for you guys, this has something to do with like work, career, or your home. You guys, in your past life, Aquarius, you guys could have been some type of person that was, maybe you were like a homeowner, a teacher, a homemaker, a doctor, a nurse. You had your own business, a mom, maybe you were a mother or father. But this is in your past life, meaning, you know, when you were born before this reincarnation. I'm talking about way back, right? You had some type of career where you were really good at caretaking in general, whether it's healthcare, home, you know, the home. It's something you did in a past life. And so this type of karma is coming back to you, where there could be some things coming back from a past life when you were some type of caretaker. I'm getting some of you were some type of healer, and you're having to face the shadow side of yourself in order for this to unblock for you in this lifetime the proper way. In this lifetime, you may not be tapped into that side of yourself. Some of you may not be that person right now. Some of you may. Some of you may actually have fulfilled it. But some of you are not. And for those of you who are not fully, you know, tapped into caretaking or something that has to do with houses, real estate, or something like that, you're having to face some type of dark sides of yourself in order for you to realize what has been holding you back and what like inner demons have been fighting you on the inside, like telling you that you can't do something, or telling you that it's too late, or telling you that you the audacity of you to want to be a nurse or whatever. You know, it's just like it's something that's trying to, or maybe you are like already in the healthcare field, or you're already some type of caretaker, and either you're not or you are. Take it how it resonates with you. But whatever you are, whoever you are, there's just some type of dark thoughts in this area that's coming back, and this shouldn't be preventing you from being the caretaker that your soul knows and recognizes that that's who you are. You got to get through something. So something's going to be cleared this week. A lot of karma is going to be cleared this week in this specific area. You as a healer, you as a caretaker, you as a real estate agent, or you as an interior designer, whatever it is that has to do with home or healthcare or hospice, or like home health with the elderly, or whatever it is, CNA, I don't know, something dealing with home and healthcare, period. There's something like that where this week you've got to be able to face certain things, certain sides of yourself, in order for you to see and reveal the truth about this being a part of your soul's DNA. This is something you were literally doing before in a past life, and you came back and you're literally supposed to be doing it again. But there's some type of cloudy judgment that you had about it, or you have too many things that happened to you in this lifetime that kind of prevented you from being able to even see this is a part of your soul. Maybe you never even considered it being a part of your DNA. But today or this week is the week where you realize that it actually is in a real way. And this is actually possibly the path you are meant to find yourself on. And no matter how old you are, I feel like it's not too late to take care. And that's all I have. God bless.